Hello, and thank you for tuning in to today's segment of The Thrive Show. My name is Emily Edmonds, and I am here with Dr. Tyrone Davis with the Fatherhood Program. Good
Yes,
morning.
good morning.
Thank you for
Thank,
joining today.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, so today we're talking about an exciting program,
Yes, it is.
your Fatherhood Program.
Yes.
So, can you tell me about it? What is it?
Well, the Fatherhood Program is a community-based program. It's funded through Human Services Department of Chesapeake Social Services, and it's designed to help young men grow into fatherhood. We help them understand their role as fathers and how important it is for them to be in the lives of their children. And we encourage them to strengthen their relationships with their children. And we also try to help them enhance, if need be, their relationships with the mother of their children. And we also help fathers gain financial stability in their lives so that they can become the citizens that they need to be and the fathers that they need to be for their families.
Oh, that's good. It sounds like a great. So, what exactly does the program entail? Are there like different topics that you cover besides those financial ones? And
Yes, yes. The program entails sort of like a re-socialization of ideas because we have a 10 weeks sessions, and each week is a different program that address a specific need or an issue that men have to go through on a daily basis. Our first topic is how to be a man. And then we talk about socialization and how men are socialized to be men in our culture today. And men take an introspective look at themselves as we discuss these particular topics. And believe it or not, a lot of men never grew up with fathers. So they really don't know what it is to be a man, and they never sat down with other men and dialogue about manhood and expectations of manhood from our community and from our cities, and just giving them a holistic approach to addressing the needs of a male in today's society.
oh, that's good. It sounds like it's a really strong environment for them to interact with their peers. Is there
Yes.
like an age limit? What age do you work with?
Well, we work with 15 to 80.
Okay.
I've had grandfathers, believe it or not, are now raising teenagers. So they need to become up to date on the lingo and things that teenagers are interested in, and the technology as well. Well, I consider myself being in the people building business. We build people.
Right.
And we build people from 15 to 80. It's a lifelong learning process and being a parent. And there's no books, there's no manual
Right.
about being a parent. So, you just learn trial and error. And this program is trying to help stop that learning from trial and error so that you can glean from the knowledge and wisdom of other fathers that have done it before.
Oh, that's good. So, how did you start this program?
Well, it was just a concept, an idea, and I developed a curriculum that I thought that composed of things that men need to know. One of the things that's new that we have put in the curriculum is emotional intelligence and how important it is for men to communicate effectively with their children. You see, what comes out your mouth is powerful, and it affects the self-esteem of a child, and also the self-esteem of a wife or a significant other. So men need to understand that communication is so important, and how it impacts the growth and development of the child and his role as a leader in his family. And not only his family, his community. So all of these things play a major role in the holistic approach as we address fatherhood.
Oh, that's good. It sounds like it's really uh, allowing the opportunity to strengthen, the confidence and everything in men. Those that you work with, are you able to like accept like volunteers or anybody else that's interested?
We sure do. We have men that come and volunteer each week, and they sit around the room and they listen, and from time to time they will interject their input and their beliefs based upon their years. So that's one thing about being a male. it's a lifelong learning process. You don't just don't come into the world knowing everything. You know, my grandmother used to tell us all the time, if you meet anybody that know everything, you need to run. So learning and growing is a lifelong process. The men that come into the fatherhood program are men that want to level up. These are men that want to grow. These are men that want a better life for themselves and their families. So our philosophy is, let's work with that man. Let's give him all the tools that he needed in his toolbox in order to be a great person first. Because you cannot give what you don't have, and you cannot teach what you don't know. So let's make this person a great citizen. Let's make this person a great man. And then he takes that knowledge and information and share it with his entire family. So we're in the city of Chesapeake, we're working with one family at a time.
Well, that's all it takes. To start with one family, and then we can increase.
Yes, ma'am.
And get more involved. So classes are going to be held in person.
Yeah, in person. I'm glad you asked that because classes will be held in person, but the real work is going to be done with mentors. Each father is assigned a mentor.
Okay.
And that mentor have been a father at least 5 years and at least have 3 kids. It's just my own personal criteria, you know. And that mentor calls that father 3 times a week to check on them, to make sure they're doing okay. In the beginning, I didn't tell you, in the beginning, when a father walked through the door the first time, he had to complete an assessment. And the assessment is designed to give us some background information on the father. And we need to know what the father needs are. Because even though we're going to meet in groups, the real work is done behind the scenes.
Right.
The follow-up work, talking to that father, connecting that father with different agencies in the community, helping his father overcome barriers of communication between him and his significant other, prohibiting domestic violence. We talk about domestic violence and things of that nature and how it can be eliminated. You know, that one-on-one conversation that we have with a person, even though we talk about these things in groups, but the most important work is done one-on-one during the mentoring sessions.
Well, that's great. It sounds like it's a lot of opportunity for them to grow, you know, in that group session and then that one-on-one to strengthen them and give them that safe space to communicate and learn these important skills. So.
Exactly, because you know, men tend not to open up sometime, and we have to be the style of counseling that we use is called intrusive.
Okay.
Intrusive styles are style in which you kind of, you know, dig and
prod a little bit.
Prod a little bit in order to get answers that you need. Also, we use a technique in public education. They call it pedagogy. You understand that? Pedagogy is the art and science of teaching. We don't use pedagogy. We use what we call anagogy.
Okay.
Anagogy is the art and science of helping adults. Because the persons that walk through our class, through our doors, are adults with previous experience. So we have to take that under consideration. When you come to the fatherhood program, it's a non-judgmental zone. You come in, and we treat everybody as equal. Ladies are invited, but we don't talk negative about ladies at all. That's one of the things we don't do. And we focus on you and your issues and your concerns. And because at the end of the day, even though we call this a fatherhood program, it's about the children. It's about creating a better life for the children and hope that our communities will be strengthened and our community will be safer through this type of interaction.
Well, thank you so much for joining. I'm excited about the fatherhood program and seeing what it offers. And if they have any questions, and they can reach out to you or find out online.
And hopefully you'll come back one day and check us out.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a special workshop. We invite ladies out. And we talk about male-female communication.
Oh, you set me up now.
Yeah, I'm setting you up. And I want you to come out and sit on the panel. And the panel will be composed of ladies, and they would talk to the men about their feelings. Because see, sometimes men won't talk to their significant others. They shut them out.
Right.
You know, and that's one of the things I had to learn how not to do. When my significant other is talking, don't cut across. Be relaxed and listen. And we're training men to be good listeners and hear things through before you react and speak. So it's an ongoing thing for us, and we're excited about what the future could lead with such a program because we are in the people building business, and we're trying to build better citizens and better and more prosperous families in the city of Chesapeake.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us to learn about the Fatherhood Program and tuning in to today's segment of The Thrive Show. See you next time.